Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and Graham Barton, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers first-round draft pick, has officially been named the starter at the center position going into the 2024 NFL season. This is per JC Allen. Shout out JC Allen, by the way. And folks, this is something that shouldn't be surprising, in my opinion, okay? I understand that Robert Hainsey has been this team's starting center for the past couple of years, and he's overall been a fine starting center, all things considered, and you could certainly do a lot worse than Robert Hainsey. I feel like he is a, starting quality offensive lineman in this league, but regardless of those points, yes, he was the starting center the past couple of years. Yes, he is a starting quality. The Buccaneers felt like they needed an upgrade, so they used a first-round pick on Graham Barton in this most recent NFL draft. And look, whenever you take a look at that, not only does Barton have the pedigree of being a former first-round pick going in his favor, but you also have to consider that he's also been pretty good throughout the process so far. In the couple of preseason games that we have seen him, Barton has been able to go out there and be a boost to the interior offensive line whenever Ben Bredesen, Graham Barton, and Cody Mock have all been out there for the past couple of preseason games. So this is something that really isn't surprising in my opinion. But obviously, it's still notable. It's still a big deal, right? Because the Bucs have a new starting center this year. What does that mean for Baker Mayfield? What does that mean for the offense as a whole? I mean, ultimately, we will have to wait and see, but I do have some thoughts and opinions that I want to give now. First and foremost, I think this is going to be a benefit to the run game. From what we've seen on the very early returns, without even all the starting offensive line in, just from the starting interior offensive line in, the run game has been improved. We're seeing more of a push from the interior offensive line. It's something that has been very notable. It's something that has been very encouraging to see. And I personally believe that Graham Barton has been a part of that equation that has made this run game be improved the past couple of preseason games so far up to this point. I do believe that continuity, that hopefully better level of run blocking from the interior offensive line than what we've seen the past couple of years will be something we will continue to see in the regular season. I think that Graham Barton, that's a strong suit of his. He has a lot of power. He's been getting to the second level a lot. It's all been extremely encouraging, positive things to see from Barton in regards to that. He has had a couple of times here and there where, let's say in practice, he may have snapped the ball a bit off, or maybe even during a game, he may have a flub here or there. Look, folks, at the end of the day, that's how these situations go with any rookie. You're going to have a hiccup here, a hiccup there in terms of what a rookie is able to do in terms of their opening year in the league, so to speak, okay? But I think by most accounts, a lot of people expected or do expect Graham Barton to kind of get rolling quickly at the center position. Most of the time with interior offensive linemen, they're pretty safe picks in the first round in terms of these are guys that can come in and start right away and give you productive snaps right away, okay? With tackles, it's actually very different in my opinion. Tackles can tend to struggle a little bit more, even first round tackles. Any other position can possibly struggle in the first year, but really interior offensive linemen seem to be pretty safe picks, let's say, in terms of first round selections. And look, I think Graham Barton was a safe pick. I think he's a guy that you view as a starting quality guy from the moment he gets drafted, and that's what's happening now. What does this mean for Robert Hainsey? Well, Robert Hainsey is going to be this team's pretty much their top backup, okay? Hainsey can play center. We know this because he's played center the past couple of years. He has multiple years of starting experience at that position in the league. He can play guard if you absolutely need him to. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Bucs were going to play Robert Hainsey at guard before Ryan Jensen went down with his injury. So you can play him at guard if you need him to. Another important kind of interesting wrinkle to add to this is, could Robert Hainsey, even if you absolutely needed him to, play, say, like right tackle. It's possible. He did play right tackle whenever he was in college at Notre Dame. So, like, he now has this role of being the most backup, honestly, the most senior starting quality backup that the Bucs have, who can go out there and play multiple positions. So I do believe Robert Hainsey still has a lot of value to this team. He's a guy that still offers a lot as well. And I don't think his time with the Bucs is done. We obviously don't know what the future holds for this guy. He may be competing for the starting left guard job next year. We don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure this is a contract year for him. Maybe it's not. Maybe he has one more year after this. No, actually, this might be a contract year for him. But look, regardless, I think Hainsey's still going to have a solid role on this team, being a rotational guy, just being a solid backup for this team that can play if called upon, if needed. And that's fine. I think that's fine for him to have that role. So overall, guys, I'm excited for what this means for the entirety of the interior offensive line. I think that's going to be an improvement. I think it's going to be an improvement for the entirety of the offensive line, not just the interior, but you are going to have to really settle in on things with communication. Hainsey obviously had a couple of years of communication with some of these guys, with Cody Mock, with Luke Gedeke, with Tristan Wirfs. Now you have a new center who's going to have to relay some stuff to the offensive line. That's going to be a bit of an adjustment. That's going to be a bit of a period here where things are going to be a bit different. Things are going to change and whatnot. That's going to take a little bit of time. But ultimately, I think that we can see some improvements in the run game here. I think that we can see some improvements in possibly even pass blocking in here as well. Although, to be fair, I feel like the pass blocking wasn't too bad last year, but I do think that should improve as well. And ultimately, folks, I feel like this is a good thing for the entirety of the offense. And it gets the ground rolling on a guy who you hope, I mean, if Graham Barton plays to what he is billed at, the Bucs now have their starting center for the next 10 years here, starting in year number 1, right? Like, the hope is that Graham Barton can go out there and have at least a semi-similar level of success to Tristan Wirfs. Now, if he has the same level of success Tristan Wirfs has had at this point in his career, I mean, what do you even say? The Bucs might have one of the best offensive lines in football at that point. That's not even a question. But if Graham Barton has some amount of success here in year number 1, let's say, like, you know, he just has a good rookie year, let's say. If he's fine, if he's okay in his first year, it's still a positive thing, you know, kind of where you expect him to be. If he's good, it's a little bit above, it's kind of right around where expectations are. If he's really good or even better than really good, again, like Tristan Wirfs' level of success there in year number 1, again, you're looking at an offensive line that's set for a while. I mean, goodness, even with just Tristan Wirfs and Graham Barton, you're set. You then factor in that Luke Gedeke's going to be here for a couple more years. Cody Mock's going to be here for a couple of more years. And you've got a very young, very potent offensive line for a good long while here if this type of move works out and Graham Barton's able to go out there and really find some high levels of success in year number 1, which is what everybody's going to be rooting for, right? So I'm excited to see what he can do, what Graham Barton can do here at the NFL level. You know, I loved the pick whenever it was made, and I think it's going to be very exciting to watch this young man go out there and play some football and hopefully have a good amount of success. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think about Graham Barton being the starting center here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Are you for it? Are you against it? Would you rather have Robert Hainsey be the starting center over a guy like Graham Barton? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them down in the comments section below. With Barton being the starting center now, what do you think this means for the interior offensive line? What do you think it means for the entirety of the offensive line? What do you think it means for the entire offense as a whole? Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys. I think it would be great to get some input out there and add to the conversation. But guys, again, as always, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. By the way, the game is on Friday this week, so I got a couple more videos coming out here throughout the week in terms of the players to watch and the preview and whatnot. We obviously don't have as much time, so those are going to be coming out Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. This video is coming out on Tuesday. So a lot of fun stuff, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. As always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.